Yo, what's good, people? Welcome back to the
Sadly Relatable podcast.
We back, baby.
Yay, yay.
Ooh, yeah, we back again. It's me and Nisrin on the track again. Astaghfirullah. What can I say? Probably Astaghfirullah. Get down and worship your Lord. What am I doing? You're just watching
Internally cringing at you right now.
I can't.
Hey guys, how are you doing today? Why are we singing?
I don't know. It's meant to be Ramadan as well.
I know the shaitan's not even about.
I know. It's actually mad. I saw this thing on TikTok, yeah. It hit me just as we started pressing record. And I actually I thought the answer was very simple. But then I started seeing loads of people giving different opinions.
Wait a minute. Don't tell me it's the mum.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Did you have
Wallah,
that written
I was
down?
going to speak about that today.
Oh, that's so mad.
Ayub, that's actually mad. Wallah, I wrote... Okay, right,
yeah.
let's just get straight into this episode.
Welcome back, guys. We love you lot so much. You're here. Don't forget, we've got a Patreon for every Wednesday. There's an extra episode. Anyway.
So, basically, I heard of this question a few months ago, but then it came up because Chunks and Philly were asked it on their podcast. So I saw a clip of it. And that's so mad that we're both speaking about this. But the question is, who comes first, or what order is it? Is it your wife, your children, or your parents?
Mother, yeah. The thing is,
or let's not say wife, let's say partner. So your kids, your partner, or because the girl needs to answer as well.
yeah, true.
Kids, partner, or mother.
Yeah, parents. But do you know what's mad about that? Is I remember answering this question before I ever got married. And in my head, I had a certain view of what it was. And
I feel like okay, I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm so scared to give my...
I don't know what I'm nervous
So
to say
I'm
as well.
scared to give, but I feel like everyone you say is someone's got something bad to say. And I think anyone you say, any order you say, there's bad to it, if that makes sense.
Can I give my honest opinion?
Okay, give me yours and then I'm going to give mine.
So let's say it is, I'm going to do your children, your wife, or your mother. Yeah, because this is what the example that I've been seeing going around. So back in the day, it's always be yeah, of course you put your mum first, you gave birth to all this stuff. And I still agree with that, but my mindset is now that I'm married.
So back in the day, what would you have said?
My mum would...
Okay, but then
Oh,
what?
my child, my mum, and my wife.
Okay, yeah.
But now it's now you're married, it just feels so mean.
You love your wife more than your mum?
No, listen. It's a different type of love, for starters. So it's very incomparable, if that makes sense. And not just that...
Give your answer.
No, listen, this is my answer. This is the way I know it's safe. Is I know that if I was to answer my child, my wife, and then my mother, my wife would be like, why you put me first? Put your mum first. But if I said my child, my mum, and then my wife, my mum would be like, why you put me first? Put my wife first.
Thinks.
So it doesn't matter what I say. It's because they would both put each other on my list first.
Stop. Take them out of the equation. Pretend your wife's not sitting right there. Pretend your mum's not going to watch this. Pretend that... just say your answer in what order it goes.
Okay, my honest opinion is, and I think it will change over time, is right now is my children, my mum, and then my wife.
You know what? I don't agree with that at
Why?
all. I don't agree with it at all. And I'm going to tell you why. But guys, please do not come for either of us. Respectfully, any answer we give...
But that's not an easy answer. In my head, I'm like, my mum and wife are basically the same. But
okay, wait, no.
Respectfully, I've only known my wife for how long?
Yeah, okay, I hear that. But listen to this. Here's my theory, okay? And like I said, guys, do not come for us. Either way, it's bad. People are going to comment, it's bad, da-da-da. I believe that this is how it should be. Mm-hmm. I'm going to get hate.
I don't know which one's right, I'll be honest.
No, I don't know what one's right either, but this is just my opinion. You gave yours, which makes sense and is logical, and a lot of people agree with you.
Maybe after 10 years of marriage, that
Stop.
changes for me.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know what I mean? But right now, I've just had my first year of marriage.
It's not about how much you love them, Ayub.
No, I'm not talking about love. I'm talking about...
Because you're saying if I had been with her longer and I love her a bit more...
No, it's not about love more. It's not about love more.
It's not about the time spent, though.
I'm thinking about... I don't even know what it's about, to be
honest.
I don't know. All I know is that majority of my life, my mum has been there. She carried me for 9 months straight. It just feels a disrespect to putting her below anyone else. And then the kids are coming from me. So it's of course I've got to put them first, they're kids. And then my wife, love of my life, but it's just different. Do you know what I mean? It's hard.
I hear it. That's a very hard one. I'm not going to lie. But this is my opinion, okay?
Yeah.
So I disagree with you. I believe...
Oh, I just realised why I win. All right, go.
I'm going to get... I know people are going to say this is bad, but I'm giving my opinion and it may change. I think that it should be your wife...
And then mum.
Your mum and then your kids.
Wow! That's completely...
Okay, wait. your wife, your kids, and then your mum. Let me tell you why.
You're gonna say you can have kids whenever.
No. Let me just explain my logic behind that, okay?
Yeah.
Let me just explain my logic, okay?
That's a bit mad. What?
Okay, just wait. And obviously, Islamically, your mum comes first before everything.
That's what I was about to say. Heaven is under your mum's feet.
Okay.
And the mother is one of the most important people in this world.
I'm not saying that you're going to disrespect the others or lack giving the others what they deserve. But we're just answering this question that doesn't really have any context. It makes no sense.
Yeah. So we don't know what category we're putting them in. It's just really hard.
Based off of this question that doesn't really have a lot of context, the reason I say wife first is because your children are going to get married and start their own families.
And dip, yeah.
Yeah, and leave. And they're going to have their person.
Oh, I like this
Your mum,
idea.
she has... That's why I said your wife, your mum, and then your kids.
Mm-hmm.
Your mum, she has her partner, hopefully, or she's had the love of her life, and she's had kids, and she's had this. And then your wife is the only one that you picked that doesn't have...
Of course. The thing is...
You're her mate. You two are the main...
I really like
foundation.
this. I like this
Do you know
angle.
what I mean?
I really like this angle you've come from. I can't lie to you because your angle and the way you're looking at it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Like in that term, but it just when you
say
applying
it sounds
everything
mad.
else, it is just a bit mad. Because there's even an argument of people going about like who should get the front seat, and I find that the dumbest. I've seen TikToks, of couples arguing because you disrespected her by letting his mum sit at the front, and I want to sit.
Yeah, that is a mad one. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
used to find that one so stupid. Obviously,
I wouldn't
it's the
want
elders at the front. You put your mother at the front.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to make my mum sit in the back because I've got a wife. That's not how it works. And my wife is the type of person I'd want my mum to sit at the front.
I don't think you put the wife anywhere. I think naturally...
It's out of them to
you would want... Out of respect, I do think it is the elder in the front.
Yeah, of course.
And I don't think the wife or the mum really care that much. It's just a thing that's like people make out as
it's
a big
so
deal.
true. Every time they're just both arguing about who. No, you sit. No, you sit. No, you sit.
Yeah, I
and
feel like the
someone
man,
sit.
Yeah, I feel like the man should just sit there and let them figure it out.
That's what it is.
Like he shouldn't be like, no, my mum sits in the front.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
That's so cringe.
Like they'll figure it out. Your wife, out of respect, would really. I'd feel a bit disrespectful sitting in the front.
Yeah.
But then,
But then there's women that are genuinely like, why is mum going to sit in the front? Like.
Okay, look, I'm not going to lie to you.
That's toxic. That's actually toxic.
It is toxic, yeah, but it's more of a thing of the internet and society has made it toxic.
Yeah.
Because it's something you wouldn't think about. But when you're in the position and you're sitting in the back seat and you think of the internet's argument, you're like, wait a minute, this is a bit rude.
What, getting sit in the back seat?
Yeah, but that's literally just the shaitan.
Well, as the wife, don't tell me you were in this position.
No. Anyway, moving on, okay? So here's my
you
thing,
in the
right?
back, like, you put me in the back. Mum sitting in the front.
No, not at all. Because out of respect, you'd want the mother to sit
Well,
there.
he didn't even back it.
Anyway, moving on from this question, yeah. I think that, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, what the hell, your mum? And bearing in mind, guys, I love my mum. I probably love my mum more than anything and anyone in this world. Like, I'll be honest with you. Out of everything and anyone in this world, I love my mum the most. She's the most important. She always will be. But I just look at it from this point of view, is that it should be your wife first, purely because when everyone else leaves, because they've got their own families and your mum's got a partner and she's had her own family and she's had her own life, and then your children are going to grow up and have their own lives, who's the last person with you is going to be your partner.
Of course, but you got to think, in my case, the reason things are different is I'm thinking, right, kids, not when they grow up. I'm thinking when I've got kids now, they're going to be my number one priority.
But I'm not talking about priorities.
But I don't even know. Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm so lost. Wallah. And then when I think about our mum as well, it's a different case. She's unwell and all these things. So it's like, how can I just... I don't know what I'm judging here. Like, give me something.
It's hard, but I think going off just generically, let's be real. The answer should be mum, kids, wife. If you're just looking at it straight like that and not really taking into account all these other things, that's what it should be.
Yeah, but I've seen so many different things.
But at the same time, if you're going to put your wife at the end...
But it sounds like disrespectful, actually, when I think about it.
But then, I don't know. I just feel like, I'm looking at it like this, right? If I had a son or a daughter, what would I want them to do? I, respectfully, would want you to put your partner first, and then your children, and then me.
See, when I think about it, I just know that both my mum and my wife would both be like, oh, put them first. Do you know what I mean? So in my head, I don't feel stressed about really answering the question because I know both ways. They're like, oh, that's just how they are. They would rather you put like some, like, I don't, but it's a hard question to answer. I have no idea.
I'm not going to lie, this has been one of the hardest questions in the world.
And you said put the kids last.
I didn't mean last, right? I meant more like.
But I get your concept.
My concept is, it's literally just like when they're adults and grown up, they're gonna get married and live their own lives, and then they have to answer the question.
Yeah, and then they're putting you at the bottom after you put them first. Nah, forget that.
But yeah, when I say mum last, I say that in a way where as well I know my mum would be like, no, they're more important, and also that's not less respect for my mum, and I know the status she has in Islam. I'm just talking out of your wife's own. You two have each other.
Yeah.
Everyone else has their other.
Of course.
People.
When I think about it, like realistically, and I sit and I think about how life is actually panning out and going, obviously my wife is number one.
Yeah, I mean, you do
because
live your wife.
It's me and her every single day. My plans for the future is obviously my mom and everyone's included, but it's me and my wife. How are we going to live? How are we going to do this? How are we going to have kids? So it's always going to be her anyway. That's how I'm going to live my life. And obviously I put a lot of
You're just too scared to say it.
No, it's not that. It just doesn't feel right. It feels like you're doing your mother this, like you're snaking her because of, look what she's gone through, giving up her majority of her life to raise you, and then you're just like, all right, I'm putting this other person who just came along in front of you. Do you know what I mean?
I understand. I'm not gonna lie, but you've got to now look at it as, let's say your mum or someone's mum answering the question, because I feel like. Look, what it is, right, is your partner is the only one that you've chosen, right? The others you haven't picked.
You had to put up with him.
Yeah, your wife's the only one that's chosen, and it's you two till the end. Let's say
that's quite mad to think.
Let's say your kids get on with their lives, your parents, whatever. It's just you two. Like that's going to be in the end. If you look at it, you know, the way of life and how you look at it in the movies or whatever, is you two getting old together. So I feel like that should be the number one priority. And then, but it's hard then saying children, that's a hard question.
Comment down below what order you would put it in.
And please don't get on to us for our answers, guys, because I'm not, when I put my mum at number 3, like I said,
you put her number 2, you put the kids at number 3.
Oh, but then, I don't know what one I picked, right? But guys, just understand where I'm coming from. It's in a way where my mum's the most important thing to me in this world. Wallah, she's the thing that I love the most in this world. But it's just like, I'm looking at it from a logical point of view.
Yeah. Yeah, it is hard. I think there's so many different ways you can tackle it. But then there's this argument of say there's a burning house and you have to go in and save, and it's those 3. That's that. Like, who do you save?
I don't think you save your wife.
No, I think you do.
No, I don't think you save your wife.
I think you do save your wife. Because kids, you can have them again. They're going to go straight to heaven.
So you don't want your wife to go straight to heaven?
No, but it's different. She's older. She's got things maybe that she still has to repent for. But your kids, they can go on.
I'm sorry,
you can have them again.
No, I'm sorry, but if my
mum, you're getting old. You're close to the edge. Do you know what I mean?
No, you've lived your life, darling. Let me live mine, will ya? No, I think it's different if you're thinking of it as a burning fire. Because then I think that it's children first.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's true. I'm not like you. It would be children first. My mind wouldn't be on anything other than my kids first. Yeah. That's going to be your instinct.
Because it's your duty as well to protect them.
Of course.
It's not, I mean, it is your duty for the others. But yeah, I think if it's a burning building, I'd think it's children first.
Yeah, that is true.
And then I don't want to answer who's next. I feel like wife is last in that situation.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I do.
It's whoever's easiest to get, to be honest. Are you downstairs, upstairs?
No, because I feel like then your mum, because she gave up her life for you, and then your wife, because you can get another one. You can get another one.
She's trying not to make eye contact.
But then that just answers. That's the order that you said at the beginning. Is your mum? No, oh no, you said.
I said kids.
Kids, mum. Right.
I was right all along.
Damn.
Oh, no, I think kids would. I think because a lot of people talk about how you can't explain the love you have when the child comes.
Yeah.
Like even my mum was telling me, she was like, she almost felt like, why have you given me this much love? I can't handle it, type thing. But a lot of people have spoken about it's something ridiculously different that you just can't imagine. Nishran, when you have a kid, it's so different than anything you've ever experienced love-wise. So I think we're underestimating where the kids would be placed. That's why I said put them first, because in my head I'm thinking, there's no way when I have a kid that I would let anything else come first.
I hear it, the kids should be first.
You're just thinking more like when they're older and doing their own thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking older, I'm not.
You want to get them there.
Yeah, and to be fair, I am thinking of them being older. I'm not thinking of them as children.
Yeah.
That's the most difficult question. I retract my answer, okay? And I don't want to ever answer it. And I think that they're all equal.
Yeah.
That's it. Speaking of
But yeah, make sure you comment down below.
please comment down below, guys. I want to know your opinion.
Because I've seen there's not one answer that I've seen consistent.
Yeah.
It's so everyone's opinion is just so different.
I agree. Also, speaking of children, have you heard of the birth order theory? Sorry, that's actually bad. Birth order theory.
No, I haven't heard of it.
So basically, there's a theory. I think his name's Alfred, the person that. Why do I?
You just burped. Now you're tasting it. That's disgusting. Get out of here.
So basically, it's essentially that your birth order, so whether you're first child, middle child, last child, or only child, affects your relationships and also your personality.
Okay.
Have you heard of this before?
I've heard people make reference to it on like TikTok, middle child syndrome or this or this or that. But I didn't know this is an actual like theory that is put into like practice.
Yeah, it basically comes from the fact that if you think about it, it does make sense. Like the first child's given a lot of attention and that people have more time when it's their first child than the second.
Not even just that, like the people talk about how like the parents are always a bit stricter with the first children, and then all of a sudden they're like softies. I always see a TikTok of people saying like you have to discipline your younger sibling because your parents are just soft now.
Yeah. And even like people who are the eldest, people say the eldest sisters. I've heard when that the eldest child is a woman, like she's just like the second mum.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, of course.
But yeah, apparently it affects your relationships too. So I want to read about.
Give us what each one is.
Yeah. So eldest child. According to birth order theory, firstborns tend to be ambitious, disciplined, and good leaders. So Alda, I think that's the person who spoke about this theory and done this study, talked about firstborns receiving a lot of attention from parents, but this obviously changes when younger siblings arrive. As a result, firstborns might develop qualities like leadership, responsibility, and perfectionism. They might feel pressure to excel and be role models for their younger siblings, or feel resentful and act out. So when it comes to romantic relationships, eldest children are the planners. They think date night. Oh my God, sorry guys. I saw the word itineraries and my brain was like, huh? Think date night itineraries. This can be handy in a relationship as plans are easily made and date admin remains minimal. However,
this is so specific though.
However, this can cause issues if they are used to being in control all the time. Equally, if they are left to do all the organising, they may end up feeling frustrated or taken advantage of. So, middle child.
I feel like I resonated with some of that stuff.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like I
feel like I'm very organised and all that kind of like.
You feel like pressure
to achieve and all this stuff. Yeah. Okay, I feel that. But I don't know if that's from being a male as well.
I don't know, but
could be both.
Men.
So you're technically the middle child. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I am the middle child. Shout out to all. It's hard out here, guys. I'm sorry.
Middle, most misbehaved.
No, I'm sorry, but middle child. I'll tell you right now, being a middle child is difficult, and it was difficult growing up. You're basically like the scraps. Like the first one. No, the first one's like, oh my God, first child, and then it's like the last child or the last middle children are kind of like, oh yeah, you're cool, whatever, and then the last one's like, oh, the little baby of the family. Like you don't really. You're just like the scraps.
The thing is, I feel like you didn't have a normal childhood to experience with that, if that makes sense.
Listen, we're the scraps, but we are the best. Let me read this,
You can figure it, read
it. By the way, guys, middle childs are the best. Okay, so middle children are peacekeepers, finding themselves acting as a buffer between siblings and their eldest siblings and parents. They might feel squeezed between the expectation placed on the firstborn and the freedom of the youngest.
What's some of their traits?
Yeah, I'm just getting to that, sorry. Middle children may also seek attention through different means, such as being people pleasers, not making too much of a fuss, or asking for too much. And I feel like...
yeah, you've turned into that.
I feel like that's me, I'm not going to lie.
You have turned into that. I mean, you've become a little people pleaser, to be honest, compared to when you were younger. Yeah,
and also, I feel like that is me. I don't like to
Not in like a negative way, but you're very like, you don't back yourself as much as you used to, if that makes sense. You're like, it's okay, whatever you all want to do, we'll do type thing.
Should I tell you why? Because growing up, I was told, oh, you're such a headache. Like, I was made out to be like the problematic one.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I was made out to be.
Okay, I was the problematic one. Okay, but then, let's say a couple years of problematic, yeah?
Listen.
Ayo, respectfully.
No, we all had issues. We all had issues. We all had
the things
issues
that I done that were problematic, in the eyes of our family, you were doing the same, and so did all the men. The only difference is you lot are men, so it's not an issue.
No, actually, to be honest, that's not true, wallah. That's not true. There's some similarities and things that were being done, but you did have more. You were more of a naughty individual.
Okay, why was I naughty, Ayo? Let me tell you something now.
I know you had
Okay,
different
not
traumas
even
and
talking
things
about
that went
traumas.
on.
I'm not talking about traumas.
And not just that. This is something that I've always taken on and learnt from, that I want to be with my children, is they were way more stricter with you, so it caused you to rebel, which is something that I've witnessed and obviously taken on. But it doesn't deny the fact that you were still problematic.
Yeah, but let's say you done something, and let's say me and you done the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
With you, it'd be like, oh, it's okay, he's a boy. And then me, it'd be like punishment and even more stricter. So then I'm rebelling more. But had they given you the same reaction they gave me, you would have done exactly what I done in your position.
But at the same time, I didn't do as much. Like, I was very like I never really argued back. I was never really like, I understand if we were doing the same, if we were doing the same thing and then they punished you, didn't punish me. But majority of the time, I wasn't really. They didn't have to get to that point because I was never really doing anything. But you were out for certain reasons. You obviously lashed out for certain things, and it got worse and worse. But I just never lashed out in the first place. So that's why it also made it easier for me to get away with things. Because sometimes I would do things, and if I got caught doing something bad, it was after you'd already done a million bad things. So they look at it like it's not even on the scale of that. So they just let it go. Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit of a mixture of what you're saying, but at the same time, it's not as black and white of I was just really strict on it.
Yeah. Obviously, I know that, but I think we're thinking of different ages as well. Because obviously there's like different cycles. Like for example, when I was like 12 or 13, that's when I got diagnosed with BPD. Yeah. And that was around the time that my dad cut me off.
Yeah.
So then obviously I was like, but I don't think I have BPD anymore, by the way. Yeah. Do you think I have BPD? Disappear? No, I don't think that it disappeared. I think I was misdiagnosed. Do you think I have BPD?
I don't know enough about it to know. But ever since you got diagnosed with the whole ADHD thing, I think like that's controlled a lot of your symptoms.
Yeah, exactly.
So and then you said they misdiagnosed it.
They've got very I don't think I have it anymore now that I think about it. But anyway, so.
Or you mean you don't think you ever had it?
I don't think I ever had it.
It just got misdiagnosed.
Yeah, I think I got misdiagnosed as ADHD because I was like masking stuff. Anyway, so I got diagnosed with that, and then I just feel like we were both not given the same start in life.
No. We were in this room. We both.
No, you can't say we were because Dad cut me off and didn't speak to me for 10 years, but he did speak to you.
I'm not actually rather him cut me off than be awkward with me all the time.
I hear it. But when you're 13 years old and you're like, why is my dad not speaking to me? And why is he doing it with my brother? And I'm sorry, but I
didn't. You're saying that. Why is he doing it with my brother? Did I see him as well? I wasn't seeing him.
Okay, but it's different.
He cut you off, meaning that he basically cut us both off. It just if he wanted to, he would reach out. Or if I wanted to, I'd reach out. But we were both spent the same amount of time not really seeing our dad, other than a few occasions.
I hear it. But when you know that he doesn't want to speak to you, but he can speak to you, and you're like, why does he?
Yeah, but he didn't really want to speak to me, otherwise he would have more.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. No, but what I'm trying to say is, I agree what you mean. It's a more stressful situation, but it's not like I had to do. We both didn't have him there.
Listen, now that I'm here, I can understand that. But I'm talking about 13-year-old me who didn't understand.
Of course, yeah.
And then 14-year-old me and 15 and 16. I'm not talking about now. I can look at it now. I understand
that's like traumatic, yeah, of course. Because then you're going to be like, oh, that's not fair type thing.
Yeah, you can't. No, you just kind of think like, what the hell's going on? Mm-hmm. And the funny thing is, he didn't speak to me because I didn't wear hijab, right? Basically, our dad turned really religious when we were like 12. And he just like done a 360 overnight after his father passed away. I mean, Allah grant him the highest rank, you know what I mean? And then he basically was like to me, you have to wear hijab. And I was like, I think I pretended to for a while.
That's the problem. You faked it for so long and then got caught.
But he knew, man. He's a grown man. He knew I didn't wear it. Yeah. Like, he knew it. And then he found out that I didn't. And then he was like, okay, when you wear it, come back and speak to me.
Yeah.
And like, I'll speak to you when you wear it. And then obviously, I'm not going to be fake.
And she was like, all right then, see you in 15 years.
I'll be real with you.
Sorry, I know it's traumatic. But
no, it's not traumatic.
It's funny. It's funny to think of like the concept of you being like, he's saying to you can put it on tomorrow. We can chat. We can have the best relationship ever. But you're like, nah, we'll see who can last.
Don't say I know it's traumatic because I laugh at my stuff.
Like, no, we'll see who really is about it. You know when people are stubborn.
No, my thing was, and I'm glad I done it.
It's better that you did it for yourself. Wallah,
I would not. Agree. I'm sorry, but I done it for myself and for Allah, and I could have put it on, had him in my life, not fallen in love with it, not worked on my character, and I could have done that. but I will not change it for the world.
I'm not gonna lie, I've met people that put it on because they're parents, and then when they're out and about, take it off, don't actually care about it. It's not a serious, important thing to them. So I think it's better that you did the route of wanting to get to the point where you want to wear it. It's for you and Allah and no one else.
Exactly. And there's a different level of like security within yourself when you're sat, and I was living by myself. I still live by myself, and I'm in like London by myself, and I can do whatever I want any night. Yeah. And I'm just sitting there and I don't do anything. I just chill, like minimal haram, in the sense where, I know this sounds crazy, guys, but I'm saying this so you lot can get an idea. I could have gone off and gone clubbing and drinking and smoking. May Allah protect us all.
Amen.
I could have been doing a madness, but there's a feeling of like, thank you God, that instead I was like, no, do you know what? I want to put hijab on by myself. No one's forcing me. It's my own choice, rather than like doing it because my dad won't, like being blackmailed to do it.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Of course, yeah.
But yeah, that's
part of me feels like that kind of happened because it like spiraled out of control. I think in his head he thought you would eventually just do it because it's not that, because obviously it's typical bloody Arab men, whatever it is, or Moroccan dads, where they don't think putting headscarf on is that deep. So just throw it on, it's not that hard. So in his head he was probably thinking you're going to eventually put it on and then we're just going to go back to normal. But then it just spiraled, and like it's almost like a snowball effect where it just went on and on and on, and he just thought, you know what, I'll just start a new family with these new kids. And no one cares.
I think that is what happened, yeah. And then eventually what happened is I started to wear makeup, and that made him angry, and then he'd see on Instagram, and things just got worse and worse, if that makes sense. But at the same time, which I'm sure he knows now, we know, and I hope everyone knows, that you should be there for your child regardless, because I'm pretty sure it'd be more of a sin to cut off a family member, especially your child, than for that child to not wear hijab, where you could be there and teach them to love it and teach them the good things.
Guide them to it, basically. That's what I always say in every situation. This is my opinion, and hopefully I can live up to it, because I know it's different when you actually get into the position. My idea of when I have children, and may Allah allow me to be patient enough to deal with this, if they're doing something I don't like, even if it's the worst case scenario, I know this sounds ridiculous, but even if you find out they're like selling themselves type thing, that crazy, where it's like, what the hell are you doing? The worst like thing you could be doing. I wouldn't just, hopefully I can be like this, I wouldn't just get rid of them. I wouldn't be like, that's it, I'm done, bye. I would rather be there, and Allah sees my intention, and He knows that I've tried to be in their life and build a nice relationship with them, explain to them that they could be doing better things, and that, and basically it's like giving dawah, like teaching them about the religion, and trying to push a positive mindset and to give themselves some self-respect or work in a certain way, instead of being like, that's disgusting, get out of my house. Do you know what I mean?
Disowning them.
I'd rather be patient, but I know it's a lot harder than it is, especially if you're dealing with your own traumas, you've got your own mental health, you've grown up with a crappy childhood, and then you've got to try.
Especially if your child's not, let's say that
even
it's not
respecting you and loving you type thing, yeah.
Yeah, not that. Let's say your efforts aren't being reciprocated. Now then they're just doing it with their chest. Like there's doing stuff and having respect, like shame about it. Yeah. But then there's just like openly. Yeah,
like imagine you're trying to be soft with them and teach them, and they're like, I'm gonna do what I want. Like they're still disrespectful. Yeah. Like, and that's what I mean. As I don't know if I'll be able to walk the walk, but I would like to think that is the best way to approach it. And hopefully, Allah, if I was ever in that position, I don't want to ever be there, but I'd be able to handle it correctly. Do you know what happened recently?
Wait, we was actually in the middle of something.
Yeah, no, it's in the same thing.
But do you remember what we were speaking about? Because I don't.
We're talking about
before our dad.
Oh no, I don't remember.
There's a reason we mentioned that.
I can't remember, but I do have something interesting to tell you. It's happened to me recently.
Wait, we just gone off the birth order.
Oh yeah. We've gone. Youngest child is gone, but let me go off this because it's relevant to the topic anyway. I saw my dad recently.
When?
I went to break fast in like the mosque that he cooked.
Oh yeah, I heard this. Do you reckon he knows that you just come and tell the tea to us?
That's what I don't know. I was contemplating saying this or not, but it's not anything bad. I guess it's just what I was feeling at the time, and maybe this is a good way of us communicating, because I would never say it to him. Maybe he might watch this and think, oh. But I got so emotional, and normally I don't. This never happens. I've been in that setting a lot of times, but this time it just hit me for some reason. I saw our younger brother and sister. They're like, what? He's like 10, I think. 10,
11.
And she's like 12 or 13, one of the two. And like, they were like going up to our dad, and like he would like speak to him and like make a joke, and my dad would laugh, say something to him, and then she'd come in, she was helping him with something and like that. And I looked at it, and like I literally had to stop myself from crying, because I just felt like that should have been us. Like
that should be me holding your hand. That should be me.
No, honestly, that's what it felt like.
I know.
Not in a rude way. Like, I love them and I'm happy that they're there, but I got so sad and it just hit me.
It's hard to see.
I had to leave the room and went outside. And normally I've seen them so many times in that situation, but that time it just did, because I felt like, this is what I felt like before you say anything, just so I can get it out.
Sorry,
is at that age we were dealing with being homeless, stress, police, not in the great situation, not a normal child,
not having money or food.
Yeah, going through trauma whilst he was figuring himself out, obviously not involved. But now I'm seeing him be the man that he should have been with us.
Yeah.
And it just really hurt. Like, I just felt like we didn't get that, but you're giving it to someone else. But at the same time, what's he going to do? Do the same thing? Like, and I spoke to my uncle as well, Hass, who explained to me that, like, he's got basically like a second chance to try to do better and be a better person, which is good. He's evolving and becoming a better person. But it just kind of hurt to see that situation.
Yeah, he got a second chance. I hear it, right? But we're still alive now. Like, respectfully, your second chance is right here.
Nah,
but
I
know
get
what
you,
you
but
mean.
we're adults now. We
I
look after
respect
ourselves.
that. I'm not gonna lie, I know what you mean, because it's like, you don't know how to feel. Like, oh, we'll be on FaceTime or I'll see it, and I don't know how to feel, because I'm like, that's so sweet, I love it, but then I'm like, that should be me.
Literally.
But then, like, sometimes we'll be on FaceTime, he'll be like, oh, say hi to your sister, and I'm like, oh. No, I'm joking.
No, I love them. They're so cute.
No, listen, I love them so much, but what I mean is,
they're so cute.
That feeling that you said you get, I get as well, and then I get a bit awkward sometimes when I'm like, oh, like.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that he's finally doing it with them.
Yeah, of course.
But one thing I do say about our dad is that one thing I respect about him is he was never a bad dad, like an abusive dad.
He just wasn't there.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The thing is, he was good. He just wasn't there.
Yeah. Like he was never.
It's not like he was a dad that you'd be like scared of, and he was treating us bad and he said bad things to us. Because even now, he'll still, like, even though he doesn't show his emotion, doesn't talk about how he feels, I know some people that their dad has never said, I love you. Like, my dad will text me, oh, love you, proud of you, or like, do keep doing this. But it's like, for me, it doesn't feel real. It feels like you're just talking to a stranger. But it's better than someone who's rude, says mean things to you,
puts you down
and
like,
stuff like that.
Is physically abusive, mentally abusive. He's never any of that. He just literally, like Ayub said, wasn't there.
Yeah. Which I think is probably better than having him there and then being abusive or
negative.
No,
I said that already, like 100%. But it's a difficult one. But I'm happy that we have the sort of dad we have, because I know some other people's dads, and even like I know that if I was to sit and communicate with my dad, he's the sort of person that he eventually would take it in. Yeah. Like,
some people keep telling me to do that, but I just can't bring myself to do it. I don't know why.
That's something you need to ask Allah. I get it.
I don't think I could ever sit and just tell him, look, this is how I feel.
I'm not going to lie, I plan to, and I think it has to be done, because I'm so over, and I don't know if you guys let me know if your family are like this, right? But I'm so over in our family, an issue happens and people sweep it under the rug. And it's like, it's good, of course, forgiveness and forgetting things, but respectfully, it needs to be a conversation. It's not, we somehow see each other after a big issue happened and then we just act like everything's normal. No, we will act like everything's normal, but a conversation needs to be had.
That's so that people can take the next time.
Yeah, exactly. And people can take accountability, and you don't hold resentment in your heart. Like, I'm over the whole just seeing someone and be like, how are you? And then just not ever speaking about it. I'm sorry. Like, even
I do think that's unhealthy, because what happens is that happens enough times to the point where it explodes, and then you never see each other again.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I feel like we need to break this generational curse. But yeah, I think I 100% have the idea in my head of sitting down and speaking to our dad.
The reason I can't do it is because I just know that I have all this. It's only in these later years that I've realized I've got all this pent up emotion about it that I don't want. I want to do it with like a straight face type thing and like be able to say it instead of getting emotional.
I think you need to be vulnerable. I'll be honest with you.
Never. Unless it's on podcast views.
Or write a letter. This dirty skank bitch. How's it going from Mean Girls? I think I said it wrong.
You're funny today. High five.
So
I saw a TikTok of someone doing that with their cat.
Okay,
yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
It made me laugh.
When you come home smelling like another cat.
Yeah, she's like writing it on the paper. It's so funny.
That is funny.
But yeah, go to a younger child now.
No, we didn't finish on the middle child. You're trying to take away our attention.
We did.
We didn't speak about the relationships.
Oh my god, here we go.
See what I mean?
Joking. Do it. You didn't want to give me the high five.
Middles bring these skills. Oh wait, okay. So yeah, basically, people pleasers, not asking for too much. Of a fast Middles bring these skills to a relationship too, being what the hell? does that mean? Anyway, I'm not going to read that
Don't
word.
read that one, yeah.
I'm being like, anyway, I can't even say the word.
Just go.
Okay, so...
She can't read.
Oh my God, this is so bad, guys. My brain's not working. However, these skills, because they've got quote marks. However, these skills often come at the cost of advocating for their own needs, which can lead to resentment and miscommunication. Yeah, anyway, I'm not going to lie. I didn't understand that.
Okay.
So, youngest children have a reputation for being the wild ones. I should be the youngest child.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
Anyway.
Okay. You were, to be honest, in them years. That's weird, because you only became a middle child at a certain point, so you were kind of wild before.
I was a middle child till I was 10. No, till I was 10, yeah.
You weren't wild at 10. What
No, I wasn't. Okay, youngest children have a reputation for being the wild ones, having been given the most free range. Guys, I can't
Free-range
read.
eggs?
No, free reign. I can't read today. By now, experienced parents, especially in contrast to eldest children, who, according to the theory, receive the most discipline. Marshall says they also receive a lot of attention and pampering from their parents. That is true, which can lead to a sense of entitlement. Okay, they might also develop a rebellious streak and strive to differentiate themselves from their older siblings. It makes sense. Like what I said, the middle child, you don't really give it much attention, but then the last one, it's like maybe been a while since the first, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's like a new thing again.
Okay, let me just read the relationship, and then we can move on. As a result, youngest bring a lot of spontaneity and adventure to relationships, Dr. West says. Last-born children may be adventurous and social as they grow up with older siblings and often try to keep up with them. This sense of risk-taking and adventure can be fun in relationships, but can cause issues when dealing with issues that arise. The initial honeymoon stage is fun and exciting. However, last-borns may struggle at this phase as this phase passes and develops into calm emotional intimacy. I'm so sorry, guys, about my reading. I know it must be so annoying that I didn't do any of that smoothly.
It kind of feels good that you're messing up a little bit. I don't know why.
No.
It's like my inner childhood when you used to take the mick out of me and being able to read. It's come back and it's enjoying.
No, but I don't know what's happening today. It's because the light's in my eyes. Anyway.
But yeah, my opinion on younger children.
Okay.
I do feel like it is a thing where the parents go a bit soft, because I feel like, not that our parents were crazy hard on us, but they're so much more softer. I feel like on Semi, our younger brother. He'll do something and they'll be like, no, it's okay, just like this, and then he's just having a bad day. I'm like, all right, what happened to when Nishan got punched in the eye because he said one thing? Not even me, I had to refer to you.
That is funny. Yeah, that is true. But I think as well, as times go by and we've started to understand mental health more, and I feel like it's just developing more as human beings. We're evolving.
Do you think everyone's becoming soft though? I do feel like a little bit. I feel like everyone's just becoming we have to think about how he feels and his thing.
Whoa, damn.
I'm not talking about Semi. I'm talking about.
I hope not.
No, well, I'm talking about everyone in general. How I said he just because that's whatever came to mind.
Yeah, I know.
I'm talking about all just a bit I'm not even talking about kids and parents anymore.
The world's soft. Why do I have to give a trigger warning when I mention?
Don't do it again.
No, okay. Here's the thing, right?
Don't do it again.
No, I'm going to be honest with you. I do trigger warnings because I understand things can be triggering, right? For specific things, I'll do trigger warnings. But at the same time, if you know that you're going to see something that impacts you so much to the point where you can't function, or you really have a hard time, let's say you have a huge mental breakdown, don't be on the internet.
No. Listen, yours is a bit different. If we give an example of what you said the other day that we cut out, I cut that audio out.
That's 100% needs a trigger warning.
Because we weren't even talking about that, and we're just making a joke, and all of a sudden you're like, this! And they're like, imagine they're just chilling about their day, then you just bring up this one thing, you're just out of nowhere.
What I mean is 100% there needs to be trigger warnings for certain things.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd say 4 things.
Okay, yeah.
But there's other things that I see people doing trigger warnings for, and I'm like...
It's like, trigger warning, I stubbed my toe last night. All right, we get it, mate. We've all
trigger warning an iPhone if you have an Android. Do you know what I mean? And
no,
I get that things can... I understand, I've dealt with that. But at the same time, the world's so soft.
Everyone's soft. But it's so funny. I'm here oh, why is everything so soft? And then in 2 minutes, I just want my dad to love me.
Yeah, that's right. Let's move on to only child. Okay, so according...
Oh, yeah, I forgot that's a thing.
I know, that's
so
deep.
Oh,
I said that's deep. You said dead.
Yeah, that's so dead. Isn't imagine just not having siblings. You grew up your whole life just on your ones.
That is so sad. I'm so sorry.
They're the ones that have the best imagination. Because what were you doing? But then
again, they get all the attention.
But yeah, it's true. I'm not like you. We have a nephew, yeah, And he, first of all, gets all the, like, he's got the maddest room, the nicest stuff, everything. Like, it's amazing. But the other day, I just see him, like, playing on his own with toys, by the way. I haven't seen this in forever. I always see people with iPads. And he's got, like, this action figure, and he's going, and I looked over there, and I was like, that's so cute. At the same time, I was like, my guy's just on his one. Like, he just on his own. He just has to
and
chill.
He's 15 as well. I'm joking. He's not 15.
He's like 35. Nah, he's, how old is he? 9 or 10?
I think it's different. Having siblings is a different experience. Also, I think for me, I like the fact that I was sort of the only girl. Like, I like that. If I wasn't the only girl, I think I'd be stressed.
I used to wish you were a boy.
But at the same time, okay.
No, not I used to wish you were a boy. I used to wish that you and Semi, gender-wise, was different.
The same.
I would have rather have a boy closer in age and a girl that was a lot younger.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I always think like, imagine my brother was only a year younger than me. That would be so lit. Like, all the things we could get up to, like, would be like,
yeah, that is true.
Proper, like, chilling all the time, go to the same uni or whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? Just same school, and we'd back each other up if there was ever beef. It'd just be so lit.
Yeah, that is cute.
Instead, I got a sister who does it anyway. You better leave him alone.
No, but yeah, I think it's different because our younger brother's like 11 years younger than you.
Yeah.
It's like he's cooler than you.
Yeah.
Like, he's actually cooler than you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah.
Like, he's more up to date with things. And
it's starting to get to a point where it's like I'm realizing I'm becoming like an older man when he's like, yeah, we're just going to do it. And then he says the other day he said a word, and I was like, what are you saying? He's like, yeah, this, and I'm like. Then I realised I'm old because this is what our elders used to do to us. Like, there's new slang words that I just don't know, and I'm like, what?
Yep. He's cooler than us. It's sad to say.
Especially when he started dressing good as well. I felt like at first I was like putting him on, yeah, you should do this. Then one day he came in, I was like, this outfit looks a bit too good.
His dress sense, our little brother's dress sense is like literally so good. Like, Allahumma barik, he dresses so nice.
But he's gone through that phase of like, he started off, which we all do, is he was on point with all his outfits, and then he realised this is too much effort. Now he does like like how we are now. If I'm going somewhere, just chilling trackies. Yeah, but when he wants to, like, he's got sick clothes and he dresses really good as well.
Yeah, like very, very good.
But majority of the time he's just chilling now. He's gotten to a point where you don't care. You know, when that first year, like, we first started, for me it was college.
No, but even his chilling outfits.
Yeah, they're still cold.
Yeah, even if, let's say he goes to college and he's like, for me this is just a bummy day, he looks cool.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Hater.
To be young
he's
again.
Like, yeah, but he's normal now. Like, he doesn't.
He's like the rest of us.
Okay, so only child.
We should get him on.
Let me finish.
Oh, sorry. Maybe we won't get you on.
Only
I was trying
child.
to advocate.
According to the theory, only children have similar traits to firstborn, as they also shoulder the weight of their parents' expectations and investment. But without other siblings to compete with for attention, they may be less competitive. They also tend to be independent, having spent a lot of time alone or around adults as children. Damn, I really thought I was going to get that one. In relationships, this might impact how arguments are solved or how partners are supported. For a relationship to be successful, emotional maturity alongside empathetic and understanding approaches to resolving conflict is key, creating a space where each partner feels they are safe to be vulnerable and talk about their true feelings. So basically, it sounds like being the only child is like you're going to be the most mentally stable.
I guess, and I guess not. I think it's different. It depends who your parents are. Like, I feel like our nephew, like we're talking about, his mum is so good with him that you can see it in him. Like, I speak to him and I feel like he's so mature, and like he can sit and have a conversation and be like, no, that's silly. Well, actually, I think this, and maybe this.
When he was like 4, like, I'm not joking, 3, 4, 5, he would eat something, right, a packet of whatever, crisps, and then he'd get up and go and put it in a bin straight away. Yeah. Like, and then he'd come sit down. Like,
I've never heard that. Normally when you're that age, you just eat and you throw it to the side, you go carry on what you're doing.
I'm 27 and I don't do that. Like, and he's like very, so he's, I do agree. He's...
Even sometimes I speak to him and I feel like I'm the dumb one. Have you ever felt like that with a kid? Like, I'm talking to a kid and I feel like he's judging me like, all right, hurry up, what are you going to say? Okay, this idiot, this imbecile. That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm talking to Stewie or Family Guy.
Oh my God, he does give Stewie vibes. He doesn't it?
It's so funny.
And that is cute. I was speaking to Mum. I don't know if I said this already, but I was speaking to Mum and I was saying to my Mum, like, Mum, like, I don't really know if I want to have children. I was like saying basically, I don't know, like, the way the world is and how difficult things are and just everything. I was like, I don't know if I want to have children anymore. Like, before, that was my dream, especially because I'm so good with children and, you know, that was my job for like 4 or 5 years. I was like, I don't know if I want them anymore. And she was like, what? You have to? Like, what do you mean? I was like, yeah, like, the way the world is, like, as well, since the Palestine stuff has gone on recently, I'm like seeing things, and I'm like,
They're so traumatized. Yeah,
I'm traumatized by I'm traumatized by the fact that there's human beings in this world, like I've said, that are justifying it.
Yeah,
Forget even doing it.
Just justifying
it and want it. So I'm like, I don't really want to bring my kids into a world like this. But obviously I would love to have children. Inshallah, one day it happens. But it was just a conversation with my mum. And she was like, what do you mean? She was giving me all the reasons to have kids. And she was like, but like, who's going to look after you when you're older? That was her main one. She was like, who's going to look after you when you're older? And I was like, I'm not going to birth children just to make sure that when I get old, someone's going to look after me.
Yeah, but it's the way of life.
I know that. But then I looked at her, I was like, is that like the main reason you lot have kids?
Nah, you were
it's basically like an investment.
Yeah, because that's the whole point. That's kind of how it works, realistically. Even Islamically, the way you're meant to be taking care of your parents. Because what's going to happen? They're going to get old. They can't work that much anymore. Imagine they didn't really have a life of making a lot of money and stuff like that. They get to an old age. They're stuck. What are they going to do? You're going to leave them homeless on the street? It then falls on the responsibility of the children to take care of them the way they took care of them as
I hear
children.
It, but that shouldn't be like the main reason you have kids.
No, it shouldn't be the main reason, but I think that is an obligation that falls on you. Islamically, your duty.
But I don't think of my future self and think, oh, damn it, I need to get popping them out. Who's going to wipe my bum when I'm 80? Like,
no, of course, I do agree. Because when I think of having kids, I don't think, they're going to look after me when I'm old. In my head, I'm thinking, I want to like be popping so I can look after them, not the other way around.
The only reason why I'm like, I do want to bring children into the world is because I know that I'll like... I know you probably would be like, I don't think so.
What?
I think that I will raise very mentally stable children. Like, I genuinely believe that I will raise very good kids.
I think you will if you can sort your life out, if you can find a way to not let your mental health affect them.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you have all the knowledge to do it. But again, it's about putting it into practice. What happens when there's a day you're having a mental breakdown and you accidentally take it out on them, or because it's not intention. No one wants.
That's why I say it's easier said than done.
No one wants to give their kids issues or trauma. Yeah. But if you're genuinely dealing with things yourself, it's a bit harder.
No, I'll be real with you. I know for a fact because, like I said, my cat literally scratched up my foot. I have a huge scar on my foot, and the first thing I said to her was, "It's okay, don't worry."
No, you are. You do have that natural instinct.
And even on my really bad days, I'm like, I know this for a fact.
I know you. You don't take it out on other people. You just close off. But that's where the trauma's going to come from. Because they're going to be like, where's mom? She's locked herself in the room.
I want milkies.
She doesn't want to show you guys her mental health. But she's just not around.
But then again.
You just don't know. I think it's harder.
You don't know. Of
it's
course
harder.
You don't know.
do believe that you can do that. I 100% believe you can. I just don't know how easy it is.
Yeah, because I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I just believe that I would raise good children.
Yeah, I think you would as well.
Also, another thing I say is when you have, like, for example, the reason why I think cats are beautiful and I think my life's got better since I got them, it's actually been like a year, like 2 days ago since I first got Lychee, is because the days where you want to shut off from the world and you don't want to speak, it still gives you a reason to, like, get up and do certain things and speak and, like, smile and play. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I feel like children might be the same. And that's not me saying that it's going to be easy, because obviously when I look at it, I'm like, sorry, but taking them to school every day just sounds like a fat myth. But
do you know what? That is going to be so long. I can't lie. Especially for this, yeah. If I, inshallah, carry on the way that my life lives now, is I work for myself, so I don't necessarily always wake up early. So then now my whole schedule is going to have to change to waking up on school time to like take them and drop them off to school and do all that stuff. And I remember taking our little brother, and that was the longest thing ever.
Yeah, taking the kids to school is a bit long, guys.
Can't we like invent something by that time that we can just...
Yeah, like tubes in your house. You slide them down and it goes into the classroom.
Or like there's just like a bus comes up under your house and you just sit into it.
Why under your house?
No, like
in America, they actually have... Why don't they have school...
That is so true.
And it goes, can't we invent something for it?
No, I was thinking of like a tube, like a train that they go down.
Why don't we have school buses?
That's so true. There's someone that does the rounds. I wouldn't even mind paying for that. They come to each door, or like each neighborhood, come to the front, monthly payment, and they come and go. I think it's a bit more complicated. They had a shuttle for our college.
Yeah, but it's different. I'm talking about coming outside, dropping them off to the school bus.
That always looks so cute. And they like run outside and they're like, it's a yellow school bus. And then it's just some old man. Get in.
Yeah, but then it would take so long to get... I just realised, like, would it not add on extra time, so much extra time?
No, not if there was certain bus route and for the neighbourhood. So it wasn't just outside your door. It was like at the end of the block.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is walk out your house and go to the bus stop to know when
yeah.
your kid's coming home.
They should do that in the UK, please, before I have children. But yeah, that's mad. So
I'm excited to have kids. I can't lie.
Inshallah.
Like I just think, inshallah, I can't wait to experience that like love, because I kind of obviously it's not the same.
What sort of a dad do you think you're gonna be?
I want to be the fun like dad, but the cats have,
but only if you don't let your mental health get in the way of fun.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but you know what it is, yeah? What about the days that you don't really want to be fun? And your kids want to play?
100%, I agree.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think you'll be all right.
I have the mental
fun dad.
capacity to understand that.
I'm joking.
No, I know, I'm trying to be the opposite of what you were. No. No, so I will be the fun dad. Inshallah.
No, I can imagine. I can imagine
I can just
you
get me
becoming
frustrated.
I can
Especially
imagine
with the cats. I've noticed I'm a bit of a like.
I can imagine you becoming that old moody Arab dad. I can see it.
Do you know why I'm not gonna be like that? Because I'm not like that with my wife.
Okay, I'm talking about when you're older. I can see you being like, you come home and everyone's...
I hate that so much.
You come home and everyone's mood's ruined.
No. I can say with my chest that won't be me because I hate that so much. And I'm genuinely too soft-hearted, I think,
that
to
is
be like
true.
that.
That is true.
Like, I can't actually be mean to someone and feel like okay about it.
Yeah,
or
that's
like,
true.
I want to be the one that's having fun and like making my kids have a good time.
That should be me. Holding your hand.
And that should be me. Walking with my dad, and that should be me. Getting picked up from the school and not living on the streets with nowhere to poo.
I think it's done.
I think we are done for today, guys. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to comment down below. What were we going to say for the word of the week?
Chocolate.
Yeah, let's just do chocolate.
Yeah, why not?
It could be something random that has nothing to do with the episode. Yeah. All right, guys, if you made it this far in the episode, please comment down below.
Our next episode next week is our 10 episode break, but there will be an episode on the Patreon still. Sorry, guys. But yeah, we do have a break every 10 episodes on our...
I'm pretty sure that we agreed it would be every 20. Someone go check, because I remember having this conversation.
Then we changed it to 10.
We'll see. Someone go check. Or actually, there's someone that's so cool. Yeah, I've been seeing the comment section on notifications. There's someone that's been watching our podcast from the start, and they've been commenting on every episode.
No way.
And it's so cute. I just sit and go on the Behind the Studios app, and I see them commenting on every episode, and like, oh, I've just got to this one, and they're saying something, and I'm like live watching.
Who? Because I know there's a few people. Like, I could mention off the top of my head like at least 5 people.
The one that I'm talking about is, let me see if I can get them up. We'll give them a little shout out because. It's actually cute seeing them. And the thing is, they won't watch this one until probably it's going to be months and months, and then they're going to see that they got a shout out.
Wait, what do you mean?
Because they're watching it from the beginning.
Oh,
so
I just realised what you said. Sorry, I thought you said they've been watching from the start and commenting on every episode.
I'm saying right now, when I go on here, they've been commenting. Look, it's this person right here. Is it?
Let me see.
How do you say it? Sabrina or Sabrina?
Sabrine,
that's it.
Oh, that's
but
so
look,
cute.
see how they comment on each one? Yeah, on each episode they've been watching, slowly going up.
Oh,
Orange, they're right there.
I love you guys.
Sabrine, if you're watching this,
in
we
2
love
years'
you.
time.
I know she's going to take you so long to get here. Hopefully you're still watching because we started from the start. I see you and we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
But yeah, also shout out to our Patreon family. We love you guys, and yeah. I just love you lot.
Yeah.
You lot make my life better. I'm gonna say it now, here and now.
We love you all. But yeah, Patreon, you guys are amazing.
When I said I love you, I was speaking about everyone, by the way, not just Patreon, obviously.
Now you're like,
I love
reserving.
only the people that pay monthly to watch us.
But yeah, guys, you can actually pay monthly to get an extra episode a week of this podcast. It drops every Wednesday at 5 p.m. 4
episodes a month. That's good. You're paying basically £1. If you've got the lowest tier, you're paying £1 for an extra episode a week.
That's sick.
We need to raise our price. I know my worth.
Do you know what? How many episodes is that overall? That's 8 episodes in a month.
Hey, you'll be all right. Oh, you mean on the YouTube?
On YouTube and here.
Patreon.
That's lit. That's actually lit.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can do that, or you can subscribe to our next tier, which is just to support us. And it helps a lot. And yeah, we've got more things coming as well. I know we say this, but we genuinely have. And you're going to see the previews of everything on the Patreon as well. We love you lot so much.
I love you guys, and may Allah accept your Ramadan. May Allah guide you guys, give you happiness, success, blessings in every single thing you do. Grant your family goodness and shifa, and heal you of any mental or physical illnesses, and give you the best spouses and the happiest lives, and allow you to be strong enough to deal with everything that comes your way, and accept your Ramadan, and give you the best here in this life and the best in the next life, and allow you to reunite with your loved ones in Jannah, and you're strong enough to get through anything that you've ever been going through. And I believe in you, and I'm proud in you, and I trust you, and I love you, and I want to
Amen.
Yeah,
listen, where can I find you?
You can find me smiling on my pillow, and you can find me at It's Mystery on Instagram and TikTok.
You can find me at Kolo Cash Out on all social media platforms. Don't forget to follow Sadly Relatable Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. And don't forget to subscribe to the Patreon. Like we said, 1 extra episode a week every Wednesday. Check it out in the link in the description. And we will
comment
see
down
you
below
guys.
if you're a Patreon member. You comment down below strawberry.
Okay, yeah, do that. Patreon members, strawberry. Normal members, subscribers, chocolate. We love you all. And we'll see you lot on the Patreon.
I love you.
Peace.
Baby, I love you. You are my life. Bye.
Peace.
Bye. My happiest moments were incomplete.